Hello and welcome back to a series of tutorials on building a basic website. Today's video will cover backing up a basic website. We'll discuss types of CD disk, and we'll be using a DVD drive. If you don't have a DVD drive on your computer, you can purchase portable ones, also we'll be using a thumb drive with a USB port, and there again, if you don't have a USB port on your computer, you can pick up a portable one. And we'll also be discussing the time capsule method for backing up our website. To begin, we have our folder on our desktop that we created in our previous tutorial, my first website, and I've already got a blank CD disk in the DVD drive. And for CDs, when you go to purchase CDs, there's really two different types. There's the CD-R, which those disks will allow you to write files to the disk, however you cannot delete them once they're written to the file. And then there's also the CD-RW, and this type of CD allows you to write and delete from the CD. I will be using a CD-R today. It's about 700 megabytes. Usually a CD-R or a CD-RW usually comes in about 650 to 700 megabytes, which is plenty of space for us since we're just starting out designing a basic website. It's plenty of storage capacity for what we'll be doing. There's also DVD disk, and they usually store anywhere from 4 gigabytes upwards. So it really depends on how large you plan on your website being. You may want to go ahead and invest in a DVD type disk. It's totally up to you and your plans for your website. But for our basic tutorial, if you already have some CD-Rs or some CD-RWs, then that will certainly suffice for this tutorial. Okay, so I already have my, oops, I really shouldn't cancel out that. I already have my CD disk in my CD-ROM, and as you can see, there's nothing currently on the disk. So we're just going to click on our folders view in our Windows Explorer, and we're going to navigate to our desktop, which is here, to our first website folder. And of course you could always right click and send to your disk. However, I personally prefer to use the main menu in the Windows Explorer and use copy to folder, and then navigate to my CD disk drive, which is D. And since there's nothing on this disk, I'm going to go ahead and make a new folder, and I'm going to rename that to website backup. I'm going to highlight that folder that I just created, and I have my first website folder on my desktop highlighted. I have my blank CD in my CD drive, and I have clicked edit, copy to file, created a new folder and highlighted that, and now I'll just click copy. This just says, the thumb says some information attached to it might be lost. Do I want to continue to copy? And I'm going to click yes. Okay. And now we want to navigate to our drive D. With Windows XP, it's actually a two-step process. So we've copied it, and now Windows requires another step. It says that this is files ready to be written to the CD. We can see that it's our folder that we created. So we're just going to click out of the folders view, which will give us the prompt pane CD writing task. And we're just going to click on write these files to CD. And then another window opens called the CD Writing Wizard. And it gives us the option to name this particular CD. And since we're going to be using it to back up our website, we're just going to call it backup. And then we're going to click next. And it takes a few seconds. Now once this finished writes, we want to make sure that the files have actually been copied to the CD disk. So that will be our next step. It's always good to make a double check there. Okay, we're just going to click finish. Now we're going to navigate back to our Windows Explorer through our Start button, clicking on My Computer. We're going to navigate back to the C drive, and now we can see that our folder is currently on our CD. So the next thing we want to do is we want to back up our website using the time capsule method. And the reason we want to do that is, let's say when you originally created your website, you decided to do it all in the color blue. And for some reason today, when you were working on your website, you decided you're tired of the color blue, so you're going to create it in the color red. So you go in and you maybe change the style color blue to red. And now it comes time to back up your website on your CD. With the time capsule method, you can save your new design color without overwriting the original design color. And the purpose or the reason behind being able to do or to keep from overwriting the original design is if you change your mind later on, get tired of the red and want to go back to the blue, then you have your original design intact on the CD along with the red. So let me demonstrate that for you. This is the time capsule method, so we're just going to navigate through our Start button back to My Computer. I'm going to click on our folders view, navigate back to our folder with all the new saved. Hopefully you will save it. Actually, you're to the point where you're saving it now, so hopefully you'll save it differently than your original one so that you can use the time capsule method. So we're going to edit, copy to folder, and now we're going to create a new folder, and we're going to give it today's date. Okay, I'm going to highlight that folder and click copy. Okay. Navigate back to our D drive, and here's our new folder from today's work saved in a different folder with the new design. So now all we need to do is click out of the folder view, click on our write these files to CD. We don't need to change the name of the CD, we just click next. Regardless of how you saved your first website, when you save this website, even if you're overwriting the original one, the wonderful thing about yesterday is when you saved your website, it saved it in the blue style. So today, while you're saving the red site, even though you may have saved it over your original one, because you backed it up on a CD, and we'll wait for that to finish. Navigate back to our folder. This is the beauty of using the time capsule method. We're going to navigate back to our C drive. Our D drive, where our CD's at. And we can see that today's new website has been saved. It didn't overwrite the original one that we saved yesterday. So if the changes I made to the website today, I decided I don't like them, I can always go back to my CD, pull up the original website design, and start from there. So that's pretty cool. I like the time capsule method. Using the Windows Explorer is a pretty basic way to back up your website. There's software that you can use, purchase and have it do it automatically. But if you get in the habit of doing it after every day of changing your website, you just pretty much have to go by your own feelings about whether you feel like you'll be responsible enough to back up your website, or if you need software that will just automatically do it for you. Okay, so we're going to move on, and we're going to back up our website on thumb drive.